2, 3, go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusions that you draw is on you, not me, okay? And as always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up. Your girl is about to drop some paperwork on Yungeen Ace. Yes, if you are not familiar with Yungeen Ace, he is a Florida-based rapper, okay, who lives in Texas now, per my research, and has recently had a baby or soon will be having a baby with his fiance or girlfriend. I'm not sure exactly what their status is, but they have been together a long time, at least since 2018 for my research, okay? So I definitely think that, hey, young love is definitely in the air. But let's get into the paperwork. Now, Yungeen Ace was born in 1998, and the first charge on record that's public that I could find was in 2017. Yes, you may be wondering, well, all those are from 2017? Well, no. A lot of those are tickets and things like that. We don't really get into the traffic tickets unless it's really something, and it wasn't. It was like speeding and stuff like that. However, he was wanted in 2017 for accessory after the fact. Yes, from an incident that took place in December of 2016. All right. Also, on the same case, his original public defender had to withdraw due to a conflict of interest. Okay. And come to find out, it was because they were also representing a co-defendant on this case. Yeah, y'all already know when I say co-defendant what that means. So, in summary, December 4th, 2016, it is alleged, okay, y'all know I'm still gonna say alleged, that 1840 caliber rounds were fired into a building while it was occupied by multiple people, okay? One of the rounds did enter the apartment and lodged into the headrest of a high chair where a 12-month-old baby, a 1-year-old, was sitting, eating dinner and watching TV, okay? The victims of the residents did speak with police, okay? And they said this, that an associate that they know by the name of Yungeen, okay, said that he was sending some friends over to buy some marijuana, okay? So we already see it was a crime or like some illegal business going on, right? They say a short time later, 4 black males arrived at their apartment, okay? And they believe they were going to be robbed and shut the door. After shutting the door, several shots was fired at the apartment building, at which time, from a window located in the front of their apartment, they observed a dark colored Ford vehicle flee the scene. That is bad work for sure. A baby? Thank God, okay, that the baby was not injured, but okay. On December 12th, 2016, so about a week later, okay, the police made contact with Yungeen, who is the associate, remember? And during their interview, Yungeen advised that Ace and a subject known as Boosie came to his residence, asked him if he knew anyone selling marijuana. Yungeen then utilizes Ace's cell phone and called the victim, at which time he told the victim that he was sending some friends over to purchase some marijuana. So you the middleman. Oh, okay. Now, Yungeen is that co-defendant I was telling you about, that the public defender had a conflict of interest in regards to representing Ace. Just a little FYI. So Yungeen then stated that Ace was driving his dark blue Mazda 4-door that he believed belonged to him. Yungeen also stated that the black male known to him as Boosie was in the front passenger seat of the vehicle, along with 2 other unknown black males in the back seat. It was later determined that by the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles that Ace did in fact have a 2010 dark blue Mazda 4-door vehicle registered to him. So Basically, unique snitched on Ace. I mean, call it what it is. Y'all already know what snitching mean over here. To inform. I mean, boy, you can't get no clearer than that one. Also, it says on December 21st that the police made contact with the female victim who positively identified Ace in the photo lineup. She stated that she observed Ace at the bottom of the steps leading up to her apartment just before she shut her door and the shooting began. Boosie was identified as DeAndre Thomas during the course of a separate investigation involving Kenyatta Bullard, aka Ace. I've been avoiding saying the name because I can't pronounce it correctly. But anyway, I will tell y'all a little side note. I was unable to locate this investigation. No charges for Ace, at least, or from Boosie, where it identified Ace, was able to be located. Okay, and I've been looking. Now, if any of my requests to multiple other agencies come back with something, I'll let y'all know. But as of right now, nothing came about it in my opinion, based on the information I know. Okay. It further goes on. About 5 months later, said that the police made contact with the victims, who both were able to positively identify DeAndre Thomas in a photo lineup. They stated that Thomas was standing at the front door just prior to the victim shutting the door and the shooting begun. Now, I will point out this. About 5 months went past before this happened. So they identified him back in December of 2016. However, they didn't make contact with him until May of 2017. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm thinking, okay? So on May 28, 2017, DeAndre Thomas was arrested and placed in the Duval County pretrial detention facility. Information was obtained from DeAndre Thomas that implicated him in the shooting. Now, during an armed robbery attempt. Quick thing, because DeAndre is not the topic or the content. However, just to close up some things, May 2017 was when DeAndre Thomas was arrested for a shooting, a murder actually, and he's in jail right now for life. Okay, so to me, possibly they didn't have nothing to really hold him on this case until then. However, nothing came about this case. I don't know if they condensed it into one with the murder, but this count right here, which was attempted murder in the second degree, did not go anywhere. You can look it up. It just says inactive, only 2 documents. That's it. Okay. But like I said, life sentence, already in jail. All right. So in the end of it, Ace was charged with accessory after the fact for knowingly being with DeAndre Thomas while committing a second degree felony. Okay, attempted armed robbery. Okay, so that's basically what he got charged with. Now he was sentenced to 31 months of probation, and also sentenced 7 months in Clay County Jail with credit of 105 days. So he did do time, but he did get out. So he didn't do a lot of time. And to my understanding, it was only at the county, because when I searched them in the actual Florida Department of Correction, no records was found for him. So it was done, in my opinion, at the county level. Okay. Now, if you are not familiar with nolo contender, if that's how you say it, it's basically where you're going to plead out to it, but you're not saying you did anything. So you're not admitting guilt, okay? But you're just taking the punishment for it. Now, one thing in particular I want y'all to keep in mind on is that part of this probation was you will not possess any firearms during the period of supervision. Now, this is where things get sad. This is actually where I became familiar with Yungeen Ace. On June 5th, 2018, Yungeen Ace was involved in a quadruple shooting where 3 of his close friends, one of his brothers, to be honest, but he refers to all of them as his brothers, was killed. Okay. And it was just like I said, one of my favorite songs was Pain, and it was on the heel of this situation. Okay. And this is where the system kind of makes you just want to say, okay, because as I remember, I said 31 months of probation. He did this in October 2017. Okay. However, fast forward to June 2018, the shooting took place. And as y'all can see here, it says that on June 5th, 2018, the defendant violated his probation by possession of firearm. the same day of the shooting. Okay. And once I get to the story of how that came about, oh my gosh. Okay. Now, he has done many, many interviews in regards to the shooting. Make sure you go check it out. He spoke with Complex. He spoke with No Jumper. He spoke with Vlad. He spoke with a lot of people. Okay. And I may be tripping on Vlad. I can't be 100% sure. However, I can tell you in summary, a quick summary of what he said happened. So basically, they left dinner. Okay. They got in the car to pull off to leave. It was on one of his friend's birthday. His brother had just turned 18 like 2 weeks before. So they were celebrating. Okay. Car came up and opened fire. Ace was shot multiple times in the buttocks and in the hand. He did shield one of his friends, not his actual blood brother. However, the closest one to him, he pushed him out to try to get out the car. It was all over the news. And that's where things get a little tricky. But before we get into that, let's play this.
I try to come for him. I try to hold RJ. I'm trying to hold him. I'm trying to RJ open the door. I open the door. I'm pushing him out. I'm like, bro, I got you, bro. I got you. He grab a shirt. I'm like, bro, I can't move. He tell me he can't move. I jump out the car. Coke open the door. Coke said, call him. It's Coke about it.
Rest in peace to 3 young men that lost their lives. Prayers to Yungeen Ace, because that's a heavy burden to be the only survivor of a shooting that killed 3. This is where I'm like, and I'm not even gonna lie, it kind of makes me, I ain't gonna say it really makes my blood boil a little bit, because here we go. So the person they're referring to in this news article as AJ remembers the vulturous young man who came into the University Boulevard gun shop June 5th as he was checking out some firearms, especially the one who shoved past him. So when the retired military officer saw TV coverage of the 3 young men killed and 1 wounded in a shooting about 10:45 p.m. on Town Center Parkway, he recognized one of them as the man who pushed past him about 8 hours earlier. It was 20-year-old shooting survivor Ace. Okay. It then goes to say, wow, he was the one, said AJ, who immediately called First Coast Crime Stoppers to say where he had seen Ace. Since typical Crime Stoppers, can be anonymous for safety concerns, he's being referred to as AJ. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office used video from the store to charge Ace with probation violation involving a firearm. This is what ticks me off, okay? If, for example, Ace did a crime, meaning you were a victim of a crime to you, like he did something to you or in that store, what was the purpose of seeing a quadruple shooting that it resulted in 3 people being murdered for you to call Crime Stoppers? Come on. Like, really? Really? That's grinds my gears. But let's continue reading the article. After what happened that night, when they showed that picture on TV, there was no question in my mind that this was a man with 3 cahoots who came into the shop by me, AJ said. They became victims, but they were looking for trouble. That's my opinion. See, that's that BS, okay? I don't care what they was looking for. Again, what did that have to do with the cost of tea in China when you're literally watching a murder investigation unfold on the TV? This is what you're worrying about. Okay. Now, fast forward, the sheriff's office said they were targeted based on an ongoing gang dispute. Okay. Adding that one of the dead men and Ace had gang affiliation. Now, indeed, they definitely did put a VOP on, violation of probation, for those who don't know. Without a doubt, they did that. Off of a citizen calling Crime Stoppers to say, hey, I don't know nothing about the shooting. I don't know nothing about the murders. I can't help y'all with this, but I did see him in the gun store the day before. Go get the footage and charge him while he's healing in the hospital, dealing with the death of 3 of his closest people. And I will say this, unfortunately, and they have spoke on it. He has spoke on it. He wasn't even able to go to the funeral Yes. Definitely go check out his full interviews on that, because that is something that he has spoken on before. So if you haven't watched the interview, definitely go watch the interview. Now, it later goes on to like break down exactly what was being said. I kind of already went over it. This is the mugshot that they took or added at intake. Now, he was arrested on June 13th. So just what, a week later after the shooting? This is from a press conference.
I'm good. We're just ready to go. Yes.
Is there anything you want to say about your friends that you lost? Or?
No, they know what it is. They watching on me.
Do you feel safe?
Yes, ma'am. I'm good.
Well, at least he has some manners. He said, yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. So here they did state that as far as the sentence of that VOP or violation of probation, they kept the current conditions. Okay. So he got 6 months of probation. Defendant can't be released. There are no other holds. And it says probation, is reinstated. First 6 months of CC level. 2, defendant is to be fitted for GPS monitoring. Okay. And it goes on to say that again. Now, he did have to, at this point, he was a upcoming rapper. Okay, so he was already doing music. So he did have to like say, hey, I'm going this place, I'm going that place. Luckily, they did not, okay, have him having to be stationary. And if you look at the footnotes, it says, as part of his plea, Ace agreed to notify the state of Florida after his surgery date. So he's still healing. Like I told y'all, still healing, okay? Then also he had to provide the locations and the travel details in each state so that it could be coordinated directly with the Department of Corrections, okay? And ACE's probation officer is subject to approval. So he did have to do that. Now, here we go. Now again, the shooting took place June 5th, 2018. He was arrested June 13, 2018 for violation of probation for the weapon, because guess what? Someone felt the need to call and say, hey, I saw this fella in the store looking at guns. They got the video, saw him holding the gun. Now, again, he was not caught outside with a gun, but he was in a gun store holding a gun. So now fast forward to October 2018, another VOP or violation, okay? And it says the listed subject, Ace, was at 1910 Wells Road with a group of other subjects. They entered the mall, purchased a few items while inside. While in the mall, a small crowd gathered and began to follow them around the mall. The crowd slowly became larger during their time at the mall. Some of the group that was following them in the mall began to become disorderly. Yeah. So basically, he was at the mall. His fans saw him at the mall, got rowdy, and caused the commotion. Well, guess why that is a bad thing for him, because it was not approved for him to actually be at the mall. So he was, again, a VOP violation probation report was submitted for him going to the mall. This is a letter from an anonymous fan that I thought was so sweet to write, okay? I'm not going to read all of it, right? However, I am just going to point out where they said, please don't, they asked the judge directly, please don't violate him. He's a good person, okay? They also said, I know he is very grateful for your granting him the privilege to be able to travel in order to pursue his dream of becoming a rapper. And I know that he doesn't want to lose that privilege. So, Your Honor, will you please give him a chance? Shout out to that fan, okay? So, the decision in this case was this. It was reinstated. 12 months credit for time, and that's that. So I will say this. He did enter the plea of admitting to the violation of probation, okay? However, it wasn't nothing major that happened from it. But it was just so tedious. But let's take a look at this. Texas.
Life on the life I live. Out there in them streets, I lost some brothers, son got killed. Some men in county facing time, or that road doing you. I saw my whole life change when my uncle got killed. Jump out the porch with a hot pole. Mama said, don't touch this, a hot stove. Draw down, lay down, get that check, all I know. Everybody in that feature, watch you niggas there creep you. Nobody don't wanna see you in, they don't wanna see you eating. Not the way up in that cellar, got my mind going crazy. Talk to Chloe on the phone, I told her I want you to have my baby. System got me fucked up and fuck that picture that they painted. And fuck them niggas in me, why the fuck them niggas hate me? I'm taking losses in the street, but that's just life. Niggas out to catching bodies on the streets. The life I live ain't guaranteed. Don't feel no nigga who bleed budget like I bleed. I'm walking alone, don't give a fuck who ain't with me.
Hey, okay, he was a talent. You can look at him and tell he was so young. But yeah, I actually liked it that one. I had to add that in here. Okay, now here we go. As I stated, or did I state? Well, this is a Florida rapper. However, he did relocate to Houston, Texas. And I ain't even tripping. He should have relocated. I mean, I'm not even gonna hold you. However, trouble did follow him to Texas. So on September 17, 2021, Ace actually was charged with, guess what, unlawfully carrying a weapon. Okay. And he also got charged with possession of a controlled substance. Okay. As y'all can see, methamphetamine. I know I probably slaughtered that word, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay. It was less than 1 gram, but nevertheless, he got charged with it. And he was arrested, okay, for unlawful possession of a firearm and booked into the Harris County Jail, but he was released on a $20,000 bond, okay? Now, per the bond conditions, these are the stipulations. Of course, it's normal, no firearms, no this, no that. But remember what I said to y'all, okay? That the original violation of firearms, right? Or the original situation that caused him to even have a previous violation or a previous charge for a gun, not only was it accessory after the fact, but guess what? It was being violated on probation for being in that gun store with the gun. So now he actually got caught with a gun in his vehicle. So it's just like trouble just continues to find them. Okay. Now, this case is still pending. Okay. It is scheduled for trial on August 25th, 2023, down in Houston, Harris County to be exact. Couple things that this case was from 2021, but with COVID, everything, and y'all already know how Houston get down. Shout out to all my subscribers in Houston, though. One thing I will say about it is that he did have to actually file a motion to get his property back because they tried to say that he was a drug dealer, although he is a YouTuber, a rapper, so he had to show bank statements that showed like the cash he had on him was not a part of some illegal business, that was actually real for sure money that he earned. And that's the reason why I didn't put in the video, because it does show details of that. And hey, it's his money. That's that. So let's listen to this audio and then we'll continue.
Headache shots to my body and on my mind and my brother. They say, them three didn't make it. Tears full of pain, no other way I can take it. Heartbroken, body filled with wounds. The jail ain't giving me my medication. Stuck in confinement, wondering where the hell is my destination. Seeing my mama cry, my motivation. I know I'm blessed, God here to save me. Some say, I'm a walking miracle.
Okay. Hey, he is talented, okay, for sure. He is talented. I did want to put this in the video because at the end of the day, it is a sad situation. Like I said, I became a fan of Yungeen Ace myself off of the song Pain. So I do want to say rest in peace to the 3 young men that was killed in that shooting on June 5th, 2018. And this is my first time doing this, but I'm going to start doing this every time I do paperwork. But I would like to certify that Yungeen Ace has successfully passed the Queen of Paperwork check on August 4th, 2023. Okay, so shout out to Yungeen Ace. I actually inboxed this certificate to him. I feel like it just goes with the brand. So shout out to him. Again, Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up, and y'all make sure y'all hit MickeyTruth.com and get you that merch, because y'all already know the Queen of Paperwork got that work. Okay.